You are live.
Hey guys, it's Tom from Resale America. My YouTube channel is Liquidation Motivation, and my Facebook group is Bin Store Co-op. And for the first time, we've upgraded our technology now, so we're streaming live on 5 different services. So I have 2 bin stores in the state of Florida. One is in Port Richey, and one is in Winter Haven, Florida. We're on both of those. They're called Deal Days. We're on both of those Facebook pages. Bin Store Co-op Facebook page, Liquidation Motivation Facebook page, and then Liquidation Motivation YouTube channel. So hey, welcome to my channel. You know, where we talk about eBay, Amazon, pallets, truckloads, bin stores, liquidation stores, consignment stores, making money, flipping merchandise, and building wealth. And that's all we focus on. You know, that's our goal here, is to teach you guys how to, if you want to make it a side hustle, or you're making additional money that you can put away to become rich, or if you want to make it your full-time job, you know, the things that you got to learn. Nobody taught me when I was growing up, coming up through the industry, you know, so we want to give that information out to you guys for free. Dino, good morning. Good to see you. Thanks for watching the channel. All right, today I want to talk about, so behind me, this is the Sunshine Thrift Store in Tampa, Florida. It's a nice little thrift store, and you know, that's a great way to make money, a great way to always find inventory, a great way to flip merchandise. And I just want to tell you what I kind of look for whenever I go into thrift stores. I can go to just about any thrift store and make $500 to $1,000. You know, sometimes it takes me a little bit more digging. But, you know, I'm always looking for high-end sporting goods when I go to the store. Remember, the people that work in the thrift stores, and most people in public, don't know what high-end sporting goods are. You know, anything like, you know, remember, if you're buying a baseball glove, there's a $10 baseball glove at Walmart. You know, there's a $100 baseball glove at Dick's Sporting Goods, but then there's also a $1,000 baseball glove at a specialty shop. And we're looking for those $1,000. I'd buy the $100 one too, or $1,000 baseball gloves, the expensive equipment that we can resell. We can pick it up for $5 or $6, sell it for $100, $200, $300 on eBay or any marketplace that you choose. Also, we look at all the electronics. I always look at the electronics. I go on eBay, go on completed items, and I look for sold items, completed items. You know, I look up the model number to see what these electronics are worth. You know, things that kind of shocked me. Like one time, we had a 200 disc CD player, and it sold for $400 on eBay. Remember, those CD players are very trendy right now. The multi-disc CD players, pick those up. You can buy the VHS and DVD player in one, but if you can find the DVD recorder, that one is worth hundreds of dollars, okay? Because normally what people are looking for is they're taking their old VHS tapes and they're moving them over to disc or digitizing. So those systems are worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It says we can't post comments to some destinations, so I don't know what that means, Stan, but all right. So any other things we do in thrift stores, we you know, I'm looking for clothing, vintage clothing, any clothing with subject matter on there. We're looking, you know, anything that says Coca-Cola, Disney, sports teams, anything like that, we're always looking for. I like to buy winter jackets, especially in Florida, because everybody donates their winter jackets and nobody needs them down here. So I always hit up the winter jacket aisle to try to find, you know, anything that's heavy, anything that's a ski jacket, ski pants, you know, those kind of things are very easily to resell, especially whenever the winter season comes back in. So remember, my philosophy is you buy all year round, because you get stuff off season, you know, when it's the cheapest off season. So you can pick up jackets and stuff for cheap for a couple bucks. Wait till the winter time, or I'd list them immediately, but wait till the winter time, because I know, like when I took a ski trip to Colorado, and I needed a ski jacket. So I went on eBay and I searched for extra large ski jacket, boom. And I found something, I think I paid $100. There was nothing cheap on there. I paid $100 for it, had it shipped to me, and that was the jacket that I took to Colorado. Paul said, hey, Tom, I emailed you yesterday after the show looking for box lots, Paul in St. Cloud, Florida. Yeah, I think you're talking about the mystery box that I've been getting. So we buy these mystery boxes, and a lot of them we're sending down to our bin stores. We're not even touching them. Some of them we're selling by the pallet here. We haven't got any pallets recently. We buy them from a nonprofit, and we're just waiting for them to restock. As soon as they get that back in inventory, we will have them back out on the floor. Some people have found some incredible stuff in those, thousands of dollars. I know we opened up one and found a 3D printer in them. And so we're actually using the 3D printer. It's really, really neat. So if we have a controller for a game system that's battery operated and it's missing the back, we can now print the back and put it on there. So it's really changing the ball game what you can do with these 3D printers. Now, we don't go through the mystery boxes. They're single taped. We talk about this all the time. You want to buy stuff that's single taped, not double taped. If it's a double tape, that means somebody went through the box and probably took out all the good stuff there. So yeah, mystery boxes. Hopefully we get more in very soon. We sell 8 boxes for $400. I believe we're the cheapest anywhere. Somebody down the road is selling 4 boxes for $500, and I believe it's the same merchandise.
Yeah, Liquidator. That's his name. The next person.
Yeah. Let me go back over to here to stream it. Oh, I should have held on to those Christmas pallets from last year. I love Christmas pallets. This just says Facebook user.
Yeah, but I can see his name here.
Oh, PF Liquidators? Yeah. I should have held on to those Christmas pallets from last year. I love Christmas. I love Christmas pallets. We got a video coming out where we bought a pair of 1970s Santa Claus lamps, huge lamps. Now, I don't know if they're original lamps, but they're ceramic Santa Clauses that they made in the lamps. I'm sure I'm going to be able to get 150, 200 bucks out of those. Anything vintage Christmas, and bigger the better. What I find, people like big stuff. People like big Halloween stuff. We have a great Halloween display here in our store in Resale America. But Christmas stuff, they like the big wreaths. I mean, I don't know if you ever bought. I went to the Salvation Army and there was a wreath like this big, man, and it was marked like $10. Go try to buy one of those. Those things are like $300, $400. It was all decorated. I mean, if they do save their Christmas stuff, they bring it all out at Christmas time. So it's a little tougher to buy it year round. But if you go to an auction or a flea market or anything, people just want to dump Christmas stuff. I've been to auctions where there's huge rooms full of Christmas stuff that I buy for $5 because nobody wants to deal with it. I love it. I store it. I actually put a lot of it out year round because people will buy it year round. But then I put everything out at Christmas time and I sell the heck out of it. Last year was, the virus was going on, so it slowed things down a little bit. So I have so much Christmas stuff. I will never turn away that kind of stuff. Met you on Fremont Street, Patriot Fulfillment Inc. That's right. Hey, okay, yeah, I remember you. Yeah, Vegas was a great time. I'm glad I went. We went down to Old Vegas, and that's where we met the Patriot Fulfillment Inc. I love Vegas. A lot of trouble happens in Vegas, so it was great to meet you. Do you have any advice for those starting a pallet house? I've got the connections. No, I mean, pallet sales are great right now. And, just figure out a great marketing plan. Remember, you're not a pallet selling company. You're a marketing company because you need to get the people in the door. The product is unlimited. The product is everywhere. If you become a big buyer for some of these brokers or some of these contract holders, they will sell to you all the time. So remember, the product's unlimited. Keep your prices low. You have to keep your prices low and work off volume. So once again, you're a marketing company. Your prices are low. You work on volume. The product's unlimited because the resellers have to make money on these pallets. They have to. If they don't make money, if you try to make all the money and they can't make money, they won't come back. All right. So, I mean, if you have a philosophy where you're only making $100, $200 in a pallet, I think you'll win because, if you're selling 20 pallets a day, $200 a pallet, that's $4,000 a day in sales. I think that's pretty good on a reasonable size store. So market your product really well, really well. Look at, we're on 5 different channels today. Tomorrow we'll be on 7 channels. We're also going to do more Facebook Lives later on today. We're going to do a YouTube video later on, probably 2 videos later on today. We're going to post on the free marketplace sites in all of our towns and all the different cities that I own stores. We're going to post on the marketplace because they have 20 or 30 or 40,000 people. You have to constantly be marketing your company. You should be able to our goal is to put out 50 pieces of content a day. A day. This is not a week or a month, a day, because you want your name in front of people's faces all the time. And then they get to know you, and then you're top of mind, right? If they only hear your name once a month, you're bottom of mind. When you hear it, top of mind, because then people will say, hey, Charlie's going to say, I'm thinking about getting selling on eBay. Then they're going to go, hey, go down to Resale America, because they know you're top of mind. So it's super important to be a marketing company, not a pallet selling company. Is the background the store? No, Stan is changing the background every 10 minutes here. That was a thrift store. That was a Sunshine Thrift Store in Tampa, Florida. I love thrift stores. This is a bin store here. You know, I did have a picture like this as the top of my bin store co-op group, which now has over 5,000 people on it, and I took it from the internet, the picture, and the owner of the bin store asked me to change it. I'm like, there's 5,000 people in here. Why wouldn't you want the marketing, you know? Although their store name wasn't in there. But listen, I'm looking for a new sign, a new logo, so a new backdrop for my bin store co-op group. There's over 5,000 people in it. If you're watching this on another format, you know, go to Facebook, search up bin store co-op, and there's 5,000 different people that buy, sell, trade, own stores for bin stores. You know, you can go in there and post and ask for advice. I need a new banner picture. So if you guys want to send me pictures of your bin stores or your favorite bin stores, I'm looking to put the nicest looking, cleanest bin store. Now, this is kind of what my bin stores look like right here. One of them is just raw wood. The other one, we painted the bins orange. So, you know, but I know sooner or later, somebody's going to come out with a bin that works for bin stores that we can purchase instead of having to buy the wood to make them. Wood prices are outrageous right now. And it takes a long time to build them, so I don't like building them. So I'd rather buy them. So when they come out with a nice bin, it's got to be maybe 18 inches deep. I see people using the bins that are only about 6 inches deep. I would think 12 to 18 inches deep is what I'm looking for. I'm thinking about doing like vegetable bins, something like that. You know, so I love bin stores. I love being in the business. Dom said, I'm opening a bin store and starting with 3 truckloads and ensure I have a reserve inventory and a good mix of product. What would you recommend for trucks? Amazon plus Target or Walmart? So I like Amazon. 100% you got to have the Amazon Smalls. I guess I would need to know more about your pricing strategy, but I do like Target high piece counts. I haven't really got many of those. I normally buy them from B stock. I buy the unmanifested truckloads, and they come with some big stuff, but then they do come with some high piece count stuff. I mix that in. And don't forget about your drugstores. So CVS and Walgreens, they sell a lot of high piece count loads, and you normally can get, like I'm about to buy 30,000 pieces for $15,000 from CVS, but the average retail on it is over $7. So all that can go in our bin stores, right? It fits the pricing strategy of our bin stores. In a bin store, you want to buy stuff for less than $1, and then that's if you're doing a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your average cost should be less than $1. If you're buying Amazon Smalls, your cost is going to be about 66 cents. On the CVS and the Walgreens, my cost is about 50 cents. You know, remember, you're going to get some high-end items in there. So you got to pull high-end items out, the super high-end. Have a threshold for what you pull out of there, okay? So, you know, in our bin stores, anything really over $100, we kind of want to pull it out. But there's some loads that we don't even touch that get sent there. Somebody found an iPhone 12 Max or something like that the other day. Is that a good phone?
Yes.
See, I'm not an iPhone guy. I'm an Android guy. So they found so it's a $1,000 phone they found in our bins the other day. But you know, one time I bought a CVS load, and in it was about 60 different colognes, and they are all $300 bottle colognes. So we took all those and put them on eBay. That helps pay for the load, and then everything else you blow out. You don't care what the value. You don't care if people buy $100 items for $1, $2. We don't care. See, there's some stores that don't do dollar days, and you have to do dollar days. You have to have the day where you blow everything out, and people find the value there. That's when you get all the dealers in there. I mean, my highest price day, which in one store it's $5, and my lowest price day is $1. Those are my busiest days, $5 and $1. The middle are little, you know, ups and down, depending on weather, depending on what's going on in town that weekend or that week. So make sure you have those dollar days. I see bin store owners not doing dollar days. You have to do dollar days.
So William says, what time you guys open, and how much is the pallet?
So we open at 10 o'clock. This mall is open 10 to 7 daily. And pallets, we probably have about 100 different pallets here. We have Amazon Talls, which have about 1,500 items. We might have some Amazon returns, which only have about 50 to 60 items in it. We have some bulk furniture and like remote control cars and stuff like that. We have book pallets. We have sanitizer pallets. I have sanitizer pallets, but I'm about to give it away to all the schools in the area. I've owned them too long, and I just want to get rid of them. So I'm going to send the sanitizer pallet. We're going to do a video later on today giving away all of our 6 pallets of sanitizers. So you'd have to come in and see me because they're all different prices. Let me go back to Dom's question though about what mix. My favorite mix is Amazon Smalls, CVS, Home Depot turbo loads. So remember, you can get a turbo Smalls load, okay? So that's tools, and they come 2 pallets. They come 12 pallets with medium-sized items, right? Not good for a bin store. And then 12 pallets with small items. Great for a bin store, especially if you're in like in Indiana where they come out of Indiana, but the wait list is horrible. The wait list is like 2 months right now because they're so popular. The last load I purchased was $10,500, and that was from Midtown Liquidators, but it cost me $5,000 to ship it down here, $4,000 to ship it down here. So it adds a lot to my price. If you're up there and you get a $500 shipping bill, you're going to be able to save a lot of money. So you would kill it with turbo Smalls if you're in the northern United States and the central, because they come out of Indiana. You would kill it if you're up there with those. They're just a lot of items. Now it's messy though. Be ready, it's messy. But so there might be like a DeWalt tape measure in there, right? That's broken. Put that in your bin because some tool guy is going to want that. They'll open it up and fix it and put it back together, right? Don't throw that stuff out. Even if it's broken, don't worry about broken things. People will buy it. You're going to get tinkerers. You're going to get tech people that are looking for wires and clips, and they'll buy it. They'll buy all of that kind of stuff. So once again, my favorite mix is if you're doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazon Smalls, 66 cents. CVS, 50 cents. Turbo Smalls, which should cost you probably about 60 cents each. You mix that together, put it in your bins, and then you just blow it out. You don't care the value. You do bag sales at the end of the week or once a month. We do it once a month. You do the bag sales. Don't care about the value. Work on the volume. You want people to find good stuff in your bins. You have to let people find good stuff in your bins. Make sure you take a picture of it, post it on your Facebook page, and then so everybody else can see it. When we got that cell phone, everybody needs to see that they found that cell phone in there because they think they can go find the treasure, right? They can find the treasure in there.
You said his strategy was 96421. Dom?
Oh, 96421. If you're doing 9, you could probably you definitely could have higher value items in there. One of my stores does 2010 54321, and we bring in Amazon mediums, and that does really, really well for us. Doing a 964, that opens up a whole nother level. Now I don't mind paying on average maybe $1, $1.50 an item. So you can get Amazon clothing if you want. You can get there are people that sort loads for bin stores. So they'll sell you a pallet of, let's say, 1,000 items for $1,000, a buck a piece, and they guarantee you the average retail $10, right? So that's reasonable. But the problem is you're not going to find home runs in there. There's a lot of companies that do that, process loads for bin stores. But once again, they're taking everything valuable out of there, and they probably have another pallet, right? They may have 500 items, for $1,000, so it's $2 a piece. Average retails $30, right? So you can choose which ones you want to buy and implement it. Now they're a steady source. They're a good source if you don't want to go outside of the bin store concept. But if you want to sell online, if you want to sell big stuff elsewhere, if you want to sell in marketplace, I like to buy the unmanifested ones. But I have an advantage because I have my big store, Resale America, 110,000 square feet in Lakeland, Florida, and then we have the 2 bin stores. So we have an advantage. I would rather buy something not touched just in case there's a home run in there, and I want to find the home run and make the money on it. So certainly you can buy more expensive items. What kind of merchandise does the Winter Haven store have during the $20 day? So we buy an Amazon medium load. It's kind of a mix between Amazon mediums and smalls. So it's anything bigger than this pretty much. So it might have desks. It might have office chairs. It might have, I know they had some gun safes. For a while there, it was unlimited what we would get of that stuff. So we would take a truckload here at my store, send a truckload to them. We wouldn't even touch it, wouldn't even look at it. And we were super successful. I'm having a little bit of trouble right now getting that bigger stuff. I don't have any in inventory right now, but if that frees back up, that's what I send over there. And it does really well. I mean, I've had $20 days that reach sales of $8,000, $9,000, which are my best days to record in any of my bin stores. How tall are your Amazon small pallets? Mine are 6.5 feet tall. They're the big ones. They're untouched. We can't even see inside of them. You know, we sell them for $1,000 here. But I don't really care if you buy. I'm not here to sell pallets. I'm here to open more bin stores and sell bin stores. When I get an excess of pallets, I'm willing to sell them. But you don't need to sell them. If you want to buy a truckload, I bought a truckload the other day for $15,000 out of Florida. So that was about $6.50 a box. That's the cheapest I've ever been able to buy them. But it was half food. Some people don't like food. Some people do like food. I don't mind food. I have a food buyer. Some people don't have a food buyer. So that changes the game when you have a food buyer. Some people don't want pallets with food. Some people don't want pallets with books. Some people don't want pallets with clothing. I like that stuff. I repallet. When I get the books, I palletize the books. I can get $500 to $600 a pallet out of the books. They're unscanned Amazon books, and every pallet has a thousand books probably in it. I get about $500 to $600. I sell the clothing in my store. I also pull out the medicine, right? When medicine goes in another bin, we sell that for $2,000 a pallet. And my medicine buyer kills it, makes a ton of money off. Unscanned, and remember, if we're selling the pallets, they're unscanned, untouched, unsorted. You know, some are sorted, but if you're buying the smalls off me, we don't know what's in it. We don't touch it. We have no idea what's in it. Tammy Nestor Clark, I wish you would limit the people to one item of the bigger items. Some of us can't be there at 8 a.m. to wait for the store to open and wait in line. Yeah, I get that, Tammy. I understand that. I get it. But that's kind of the incentive. The incentive to to get there early, to get there in line. I know we spread it around. The store's so big, and the big items are spread around the whole store. So, we try to keep the advantage to everybody. I know some stores, and maybe somebody can put it in the comments down below, some stores pre-sale tickets, right? So you can buy, let's say on $20 day, you buy 5 items up front for $100. You get 5 tickets, right? Then you get to the front of the line, and whoever pre-buys the 5 items gets to go in first. I've seen stores do that. If you're a hustler, you're up at 6 in the morning, eating breakfast, going to be first or second or 10th in line, which is going to give you an advantage. So people that want to do that, I like it. I get it. If you have kids, you can't do that, and got school, get them ready for school. But yeah, I'll think about that, Tammy. See if we change our policy on that. AM said, good morning, everybody. Good morning, AM. Love your channel. What type of merchandise do you make the most profit with inside your retail store? No, it would be electronics. Remember, I have a local connection with electronics, Amazon Electronics, and those are my favorite pallets. I've been buying them for 6 years from the guy, and I never have told him no. I buy everything he has because I need to be a solution for him. Look around your town. There's people all over the place picking up Amazon. You got to find those people in your town if you're looking to buy the pallets. And once you find them, lock on to them and promise them that that they will never sell to anybody else, but you never argue their price. You never complain about a pallet. He's going to sell you 20 pallets. One of them comes with bricks. Are you going to go to him and say, one of these pallets are crap, give me my money back? No, you can't do that. You got to be a solution for him. So I believe I'm a good solution for my guy. He sells everything to me, and I bring it to my store, and it's helping me open this empire. Now the market is loosening up a lot. So if you need to buy smalls, they're available. I've never seen smalls in Florida. Besides, I bought them out of Palm City before, pre-COVID. Now post-COVID, they're just finally become available in Tampa and Orlando. So it's good for me in Florida, but they're available all over the country, and their price is going down. I saw a small loads the other day advertised at 6% of retail. That is dirt cheap. That is dirt cheap. That's the cheapest I've ever seen it. It was an expensive load. I think the load cost $40,000, but when you read through the manifest, there's laptops, cell phones, iPads, all good stuff in there, lots of good stuff, and then a lot of high piece count stuff. So that's somebody else's strategy, right? Take the expensive stuff, put it in your store, or have a store, or sell it online, and all the high piece count throw in your bin store to blow it out. If you don't have a bin store, you got to do a yard sale, or you got to do a flea market. A lot of people are successful at that. Keep your costs down, not having to sign a lease. There's a lot of advantages to doing those kind of things. You don't deal much in food items. What's the reason for that? That's what it is, Dino. I do have a food buyer. So he, you know, I worked it out with him where he'd buy it by the pallet from me. So he does want me to bring in more of those talls with food in it. That helps me offset the cost, cuts my costs about in half, and makes my bin stores more profitable. So I don't mind food. I sell a little bit of food in my store. I just don't, you know, I don't like dealing. You know, the food you get in the Amazon boxes are good because you're getting like cat food, dog food, coffee. You get a lot of coffee, a lot of K-cups. Those kind of things are easy to sell. But I don't buy food on the normal because I'm not looking for cans of corn or, you know, a box of shredded wheat. You know, I'm looking for the higher end box lot. If I'm going to have food in my store, it's going to be more like Sam's Club stuff, you know, big bulk packages that I can blow out. You know, if it's at Sam's Club for $20, I'll sell it here for $7. It's probably close dated, which means it might expire within 3 months, or it might even be expired. You can, people don't like this, but you can sell expired food. Okay. You can sell expired food. You know, you're going to get a lot of negative Nancy's. You're going to get a lot of Karens out there saying, this is expired, take it off the shelves. You got to just deal with that. But like, oh, okay, no problem. Don't buy it, right? But you can sell expired food. I buy and eat expired food all the time. It doesn't matter to me. So keep that in mind. We need to sell our smalls. What does that mean, man? You got a load of smalls. I like to buy smalls. I like to buy them direct from Amazon. Well, only 1,000 a pallet. That's a good price for 6 foot up north. Can only get 3 foot for about $6.50 or more. Yeah, I hate 3 foot. I freaking hate 3 foot pallets. You know, I bought Truckload Liquidators up in New York. I bought a truckload from him. He said it's coming from Florida, so I like the shipping. I bought it. He's told me the same thing. It's 1,000 to 1,200 piece count. I get them in their damn 3 foot pallets. 3 foot pallets. I was so upset. You know, but he was like, Tom, I never told you how tall they were. But 3 foot to me means you bought the 6, right? You cut it down to 3. You pulled out all the good stuff and you sold the crap. And what is the crap? Right now, the crap is cell phone cases, masks. You know, those are the kind of things you don't want in these pallets. You don't. And there's a ton of that. So I was arguing with him that they weren't 1,000 to 1,200. And he said, yes, they are. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do a video. I'm going to send it to you. I did a video. I stopped counting at 1,400 pieces in a 3 foot pallet. But it's junk. You don't want it. You know, like stickers and patches. It's junk. So I never buy 3 foot. 3 foot are processed. 3 foot are processed. So a third party liquidator is buying the 6 footers, sorting it into the 3 footers, selling the stuff they don't want. Now you probably get them at a discount, at a good deal. But yeah, so you're paying $6.50 for 3 footers. I mean, you can pay $6.50 for 6 footers out of Florida right now, but you're going to get the food. So you just got to be able to handle the food. Can you name the liquidator in Orlando? So Paul, it's not a liquidator in Orlando. It's direct. So I bought them I actually bought them from a broker. My favorite broker is Midtown Liquidators. They got it from Excess Limited, right? You know, and they were shipped out of Orlando, direct out of Orlando. So I didn't have to. Nobody was able to go through them. Nobody was able to see what was in them. They came direct from Amazon, which makes me happy. That's how I want to buy them. Even if they're no good, I want to buy them direct because eventually you keep buying them, you're going to hit a home run. Sorry, bud. I was telling my wife that we overbought. Can you name okay. Do you have merch to sell? I want to come out this week and pick up boxes. I don't have the mystery boxes. We contacted our supplier yesterday. They know that we buy everything. So if they had it in stock, they would sell it to us. But you know, they haven't reached back out. I believe that I believe the person caught the virus. So we're just waiting for that 10, 15 day period to be over with so we can resume our normal operations. Do the small pallets contain name brand items and electronics, etc.? What is the difference between the 6 foot smalls and the coffin box pallets? Okay, so coffin box pallets, you know, are boxes this size, and they come with Amazon, what we call Amazon mediums. I have seen them in smalls. Recently, I've seen smalls in coffin boxes. Mine come in with just mediums in it. So, I mean, you're going to get curtain rods. You're going to get, you know, we had like some blow up paddle boards in them. You're going to get a lot of different stuff, some expensive stuff. Some people are super happy. Some people didn't like it. But when somebody doesn't like a pallet, you know, I always check first to see if they have their reselling avenues down, right? Do they sell on eBay? Do they sell on Amazon? Do they have a way to liquidate the cheap stuff? Are they willing to do Facebook Marketplace? Some people only want to do a yard sale. Now, you're not going to sell some high-end, hard-to-find item in a yard sale, right? You're not going to get the value out of it. You're going to put that on eBay or Amazon. You know, you got to find out where your product best suits. So if you don't, you know, one guy complained one time that he got all dog food in his pallet, and I'm gonna be like, dog food? I sell the hell out of dog food. People love dog food, you know, but he didn't like it because he only sold on eBay. So he can't sell dog food. I guess you could, but he wasn't able to sell his dog food on eBay, right? He wanted small electronics. It's just not going to happen. You got to have all the levels. But you know what comes in the smalls? Very few electronics. Some no. Very few name brand items. Some no. Like we got a pallet the other day with Fluke multimeters in it. So on new, they were like $60. On eBay, they were about $30. But there was like 60 of them in there. There was a lot in there, and I'm finding them a lot now, and even the other pallets. So those will go right to eBay, right? Those are good items. But you know, you're also going to find nail dryers, you know, blow dryers, you know, all that we just send to the bin store. We don't even deal with all the Chinese private label, ton of Chinese private label products in there. You just want to blow that out. So make sure you have a way to blow that out. But I like the smalls. I mean, there's exercise equipment, clothing, books, medicines. It's just everything. It's everything. Mostly household stuff, mostly. So, you know, it's not like you're going to get half electronics. You probably get 10% electronics or, you know, somewhere around that. So, but, you know, if you buy you know, there are talls that are manifested with high-end electronics. You know, you want to look for one of those loads, but then you're spending $40,000 on those loads. You know, but that's where you get the most value because that $40,000 load was a 10% load. If you're buying at 10% and you're getting name brand stuff, you can make a killing on it. It's going to take you some time because you got 26 pallets of high-end stuff, but you're going to make a killing at 10%. Super easy to make money at 10%. When you're getting into 20, 30%, a lot harder, a lot harder. Dino, where's Dino at? You know, I did hear that concept before. I've heard about dollar food stores, or, you know, we have like discount markets around here because if somebody needs food, I got a food guy. The guy that buys my food will be happy to sell you food, or you can buy my food, you know? So yeah, I do think that would work. I do think a grocery store specifically for that. We have a place here in Lakeland, Florida. I think it's called Lakeland Discount Grocery. So so Lakeland is the home of Publix grocery stores. So they blow out a lot of their excess inventory to these brokers. These brokers sell it to these low-end retailers, and the retailers blow it out. So you can save 50, 60, 70% off regular grocery store prices. I do like the concept. It's really not for me. Don't really want to be in the food business, but I see the value of it. I think it could work. I definitely think it could work. We got 700 plus cell phone cases, 100 plus sticker packs, masks, and a ton of patches in our 6-foot pallet last week. Uh-oh, Andrea, did you buy it from me? But yeah, I get it. That does happen. It does happen. Not all of them are like that. And masks are going down. I don't see as many masks in the 6-foots right now. Remember, when you're buying these pallets, it's fresh merchandise off Amazon shelves. It's fresh. So, you know, it's going to be all the latest stuff. It's nothing old. So the good thing about the cell phone cases is they're mostly the newer cell phones. So they're not horrible to own. They're just not great to own because you might own hundreds of one cell phone case for you know, an Apple XR. I don't even know the models on Apple, but you know, I think I have the S21 Pro Max or something like that. You'll find those you're not going to find iPhone 5 cases or, you know, all that kind of stuff in there. But you will find the other one. You know what I'm finding a lot of right now? A ton of right now, which is stupid easy to sell, is those little popper things. You know what they call them, Stan? So they're these little toys, right, that kids are playing. So it used to be fidget spinners that were popular. Now these little pop things that you pop this little bubble back and forth, those are super popular. In my mall, they're selling small ones for $10, big ones for $20. There's a line buying them. I mean, I get, in some of my smalls pallets, I get 500 of them. 500 of them. We sell them a lot cheaper, and they buy them all day long. So I agree there's some bad things in them, but you also get a bunch of good things in them. Oh, Poppets. It's called Poppets. Oh, nice. Let me see. Matt, if you were low on inventory and strapped for cash, what would be the first load you would buy immediately? Matt, I'd get my money right first, man. I'd get my money right first. And how do you get your money right? You do the hustle, you save money, you put money away, put it in appreciating assets, and you build your wealth, okay? You know, there is no such thing as a low price load. The cheapest load I think you can get is an Amazon large. So Amazon big box load you can buy for $3,000. Hopefully it's close to you. I know they're coming out of Atlanta right now. There's some in Atlanta, $3,000. You know, but it's like treadmills and couches and pianos, you know, big stuff. That's the cheapest load on the market. Mediums are twice as much as that, and smalls are the most expensive. So, you know, if you can afford a $3,000 bulk load, I would buy that to start. It's probably a Facebook marketplace play because first of all, you need the space to put it. Second of all, you need it's bigger stuff, so you can't ship it. You can't do it on eBay. You can't do it on Amazon, but put it on marketplace or Craigslist, which is kind of dying out. But those are the two places. But you know, the more importantly, get a job, hustle, do the side hustle on buying and selling stuff. Put your money away, save your money so that you can go big time, so that you can buy these $20,000 truckloads. Then you can make money. That's how you make money in this business, buying in the bulk. You know, the people. If you want to buy a $400 pallet, you might make a few $100. If you want to buy a $10,000 truckload, you're going to make a few $1,000. If you want to buy a $100,000 truckload, you can make $50,000. Because as you go up the ladder, less and less people are able to buy that kind of stuff. So you want to, the more expensive they get, the cheaper they get per item as a percentage of inventory. So you want to buy the more expensive stuff. My eBay name, I think, is Re-Sale America. Re-Sale America. One word, Re-Sale America. I've had trouble with my eBay. I had an old eBay manager. It didn't work out so much for me. But Esteban now is my eBay manager, and he's killing it. Gives me a weekly P&L. You know, we're selling thousands. I mean, he's doubled. I think our sales last week were almost $10,000, I believe, something like that. I forget. But you know, he's doing a great job and building it up. I know they ended up selling 80 items last week, listing another. So they listed 200 items. They're doing a great job. I will have 20,000 items in there before long. He's doing a fantastic job. But you know, I had bad feedback for a little while, missed shipments. So we had that guy left, and we got Esteban in there and everything. Now we're a top-rated seller. So I'm not proud of my eBay store. I imagined in this business, because I have unlimited inventory. I mean, I don't even know, 500,000 items on my floor that we can sell on eBay. And you know, so I'm disappointed in what I did. So you know, you take a look at it, Re-Sale America, but you know, it's not at the level we need it at, but it's getting better. It's certainly getting better. And we use VAs. Everybody needs to understand that we use VAs to list on eBay. So we take the pictures here, we send the pictures to the Philippines, and we pay them per listing to do the eBay listing. They send it back through a program called InkFrog, and then we list the items here. We review their listing and we list it here. So we take 80% of our work out of the listing by sending it over there. It saves us a lot of money, and it works real well for us. Kendall, we just bought a pallet of Amazon Prime sealed mystery cases, no mask or COVID stuff, $1,000 for 24 boxes with about 1,200 units. Yeah, that must be that high piece count. So it's one pallet for $1,200, or for $1,000, 1,200 units. Yeah, so that sounds almost like an Amazon tall 6-foot one put into the coffin, put into the smaller boxes. I've never really seen those for sale before. I believe the boxes are smaller and they stack them. Yeah, so you're saying there's 24 boxes. Yeah, 24 boxes, 4 times 6. Yeah, I've seen those for sale. I would love to try a truckload of those. If anybody knows where they're selling, you know, remember, I don't. Oh, in Florida? Okay, so yeah, that's great. I would love to be able to see that. But I would like to, so you probably bought it from a pallet seller. I would need to figure out where they're buying it from, buy it from that person, and then you know, and then get a whole truckload so I can see how valuable were. We could do a breakdown video here to show everybody how they work out. But I certainly would entertain buying one of those truckloads. How do you know TV pallet is not salvage or broken? Clen, if that's how you say your name, do not buy TV pallets. Do not make the mistake. Do not even go in that territory. Even on B stock has Walmart TV pallets. It says unprocessed broken TVs, right? They come in, there's no remotes, no stands, and every one of them's cracked. Don't buy them. You're just going to be throwing garbage out. Now, if you're a professional electronics guy and you're willing to open them up, pull out the boards, try to sell the boards on eBay, that's one strategy. But other than that, stay the hell away from them. I've never had a good experience with TVs. I've bought 3 truckloads of TVs, and every one of them disappointed me. You know, you think you're going to make a ton of money. They come in, and then I'm telling you, you're disappointed. You're pissed off. You get pissed. You get mad. I tried to fight it with B-Stock. B-Stock has no interest in satisfying the buyers. They only have interest in satisfying the sellers. So they send me to their insurance. They take it out of their hands, right? They have an insurance company that handles all their complaints. They send you to the insurance company. The insurance company has nothing to do with B-Stock. So what does an insurance company want to do? They want to pay the least amount possible, and most of the time they sell it. They deny your claim. All right, no matter what the listing is, because this is the key word. Remember the key word when you're buying any pallet, any truckload, anything. As is. As is. On B-Stock, most everything is sold as is. And then if you read down there, it says as is there's no expectation of condition. So that means you can order a television, and the only thing that shows up is the stand. You have no recourse. You can order a bunk bed, and the only thing that shows up is the cap on one corner. You have no expectation of condition. So then I asked, well, if there's no expectation of the condition, what's the difference between returns and salvage? And they're like, well, salvage is for professional buyers only. I'm like, yeah, but there's no expectation of condition. There should be 0 categories. It should either be new or as is, right? Because it doesn't matter how they come in. So be careful on that stuff. Don't buy TVs. I would never buy TVs. Thoughts on the big market site liquidation.com pallets. I just did a video yesterday. If you go to my YouTube channel, Liquidation Motivation, we did a video with Flippin' Ain't Easy. He buys mostly from liquidation.com, loves it. Buys manifested pallets. They come mostly great merchandise in there. Maybe 20% broken, but 80% good. And he does it full time. He has a house in Vegas, a wife, family, so, go in there, subscribe to his channel. Flippin' Ain't Easy. But yeah, so he talks about it. He loves it. I used to buy from them. I don't really buy from them anymore because they sell in smaller lots. I'm always looking for the truckloads, to find the value in the truckloads. But I think it's a good site. It's a reputable site. So I do like them. I bought one and almost got pissed off. I told you, yeah, I can't believe you bought it. Fortunately, I could have money back and 150 profit for it, but spent a lot of effort. Yeah, I hate those. I hate TV pallets. I just think they're dishonest when they sell them. If you're selling unprocessed TV pallets, returns, then they need to go from the store onto a pallet being sold. They're not doing that. They're going from a store to a processing center. They're selling refurbished TV somewhere else. They're selling the remote somewhere else, and they're selling the stand somewhere else, and then selling it as an unprocessed return. That's not unprocessed. That's not unprocessed, and that's wrong. B-Stock, shame on you for doing that. You need to clamp down on that. Shame on you. I know they're the biggest seller in the business, but you're wrong for doing that, man. You're horrible wrong. Love what you do. I'm 23. In the last 6 months, I spent buying and flipping head department stores. I list 250 items a week, and I build a great platform on Poshmark. Plus, I sell on other sites. Yet I still haven't hit my 10K a month goal. What suggestions do you have to help reach my goal? I mean, I just think it's the constant hustle. That's Charlie. Good job. I mean, congratulations, Charlie. It's 10,000 a month is a lot, especially if you're on your own. You're going to have to scale it. You're going to have to figure out how you can scale your listings. I know right when I moved to the state of Florida from New York, I started out selling on eBay 6 years ago, just trying to figure out what I was going to do when I moved to Florida. And, in my family room, I had over 2,000 pairs of sneakers that I bought at the Salvation Army in half price day. What I love about sneakers, right? See, these exporters come in there and they buy all the Jordans and all the Nikes and all the name brand sneakers, but they don't know what high-end running sneakers are. So I go in right behind them and I buy all the high-end running sneakers that they think are garbage, they never heard of, like Hoka. I don't even know how to say it. Hoka. That's like a $300 sneaker. They never buy those. They're $5 on a show. So I'd buy the heck out of those, list them on eBay, once I got to a couple thousand listings, I hired 2 women to do the listings for me. So then I was working out of my house. I would just be the buyer, they'd be the lister, you know, and that's just grown. I got a warehouse after that. Now I had 10 listers, all right? I scaled that. From there, I went to a flea market. I had 100 booths at a flea market, 200 booths at a flea market. From there, I opened the world's largest liquidation store, 110,000 square feet. From there, we have 2 bin stores, and now I'm looking to open 20 more bin stores. So you have to figure out if you want to scale your business or if you don't want to scale your business. Some people are perfectly happy, like flipping ain't easy, doing it all by himself, you know, being a one-man operation, having a full-time income. But if you want to scale it, you're going to have to bring on additional help to get those listings. You know, if you're good at buying, you just go do the buying, have somebody else do the listings, monitor what they're doing, you know, and then you can scale the business. That's probably the best advice I would give you, you know, but that's not for everybody. That's not for everybody. And remember, it's not very efficient to have other people list your merchandise. So you're going to have to manage those efficiencies, you know, maybe have an incentive program. Because I found out that I tried to start the world's largest thrift store on eBay. So we were buying tractor trailer loads of used clothing, and I had 10 listers just listing clothing here, listing clothing. And what I found out, they were only doing 4 listings an hour of clothing. So that's why we got rid of the listers. We brought in the VAs from the Philippines to make our listings go faster. They get paid by the piece. And all of my people here, all they are photographers. They take pictures, send them to the Philippines. So you got to figure out how to scale your operations if you want to get bigger. It's tough to do it alone. You know, even some of the biggest YouTubers out there, they're only making $50,000 or $60,000 on eBay. You know, but they're also making money on their YouTube channels and stuff like that. And you know, I guess unless you're able, so the other angle is you got to have a competitive advantage in somebody's business. So like, you know, one time I knew a guy that owned a tape manufacturing company. So I could go in there and buy tape from him. He's the #1 seller of tape in the NHL, and I could buy his tape. I'm a local guy. He would sell me his tape. Most people can't walk into the doors of these places, right? Most people have to spend $1 million day one, you know, to buy from these places. But if you know somebody that works at, you know, anywhere they manufacture, produce, import any products, and you have a competitive advantage, they'll let you buy at a huge discount, right? But small quantities, then you can start pumping that kind of stuff. My brother one time, he's a flooring contractor, and he bought these thermostats. He bought these thermostats for in-floor heating. You have in-floor heating up north. He put them on Amazon, and he was literally doing $500,000 a month in sales. He had very small margin on it, probably only about a 5% margin. But when it's $500,000 a month on a 5% margin, you're making great money. Making great money. And, you know, he ran that as far as he could. Then the company found out what he was doing, and they cut him off. So, you know, find that product, find your product that you can do those kind of sales with. No problem, Kendall. No problem. That's the last comment. All right, so it's been 50 minutes here, unless we get any more comments. You know, I appreciated all the different streams, all the different stores. You know, our bin stores are open. Our bin stores are Deal Days in Winter Haven, Florida, which is at 2820 Wrecker Highway. Deal Days in Port Richey, Florida, if you're watching on that channel. Today, so what is it? Friday is $5 day. We're sending out the new order today. Today is $1 day, so get on down there to Deal Days. That's in Jasmine Plaza, right on Route 19 in Port Richey, Florida. You know, go in there. I know they have a lot of good inventory. We have another great load going down there today. Next week, we'll have some CVS mixed into the load. We're picking that up, I think, in 2 days. We should have some more Amazon electronics going in there. We love that kind of stuff. You know, what else? Resale America, the world's largest liquidation store. Come down to see me. I'm Tom. I sell pallets. I'm here every day. We're working. We're either doing videos or we're working in the store. I love it. I'm also in Florida. Thank you. No problem, Charlie. Wait, I just got accepted to sell on Walmart, and I'm going to hire a VA. There you go. Yeah. Walmart is interesting. We were accepted to sell on Walmart. And you're gonna if you do Amazon and Walmart, you're gonna do 95% Amazon, 5% Walmart. But you know what? Having another platform never hurt. Never hurt. I've never bought anything off Walmart.com. I always go I search for something on there, then I go look for the local store that has it. But yeah, any platform you can sell on. I believe, you know, just like this streaming software we're doing, we're on 5 different venues, and tomorrow we're going to be on 7. We're going to add. We probably should add. No, you can't do it on TikTok, right? So tomorrow we're going to add our LinkedIn page, and we're going to add our Twitter page. So we're going to have it all together. That email address came back as invalid. What email address? Oh, it's no S. tvwedeal@yahoo.com is my email address. Yeah, that is. Yeah. Love my deal days, Winter Haven. All right, Gene. Thank you, Gene, for watching. Winter Haven. We got Bing down there. Bing's running the show down there. He's a great guy. We just went to it. Bing had a show the other night, man. It was incredible. We had so much fun at it. I won't talk much about that, but it was a great time. So I appreciate your business. I appreciate everybody who does business with us. You know, if we can all grow together, if you're a buyer or you're a seller or a reseller, you know, I think that we can all grow together. You can always come to the store and talk to me. I'll try to walk you through what we got, help you out, try to show you the ropes on how to make money in this business. If you're just a shopper, you know, thank you for coming to our stores. Resale America is in the Lakeland Square Mall. We're open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday, 12 to 6 on Sunday. Thanks for watching. We'll be back on tomorrow, hopefully at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Now go out there and make some money.